Oh, there we go. That's him right there. I told you. That's him with the, He be on. He on then he on Moreland, and then he's everywhere. Ladies, he's everywhere you need to be. Welcome to Love Ultra Radio. They call him Sky High. Welcome, brother.
What's up? How are you?
I'm chilling. Let me turn this down in the background because we got a star. I'm not gonna say there's some people who say there's the mayor on Moreland. I don't know if they ever called you that. You not the pimp on Ponce.
God.
You are a very noticeable person. Let's start right there. Sky High. Let's start with the name Sky High.
Okay.
Where did the sky? I mean, we know you kind of tall, but where did the Sky High come from?
I hit a growth spurt when I was a teenager, and I had a rap name. I had to change my rap name. So at that time, I was like, okay, I want something that represents nature and also my, appearance and also my mind state. So I went through different things in nature and all the other stuff, like treetop and all the other stuff. And what name do I? And then finally I got to Sky High, and that was it. So I was in high school when I came up with it.
There you go. And we ain't gonna claim no high school because there's a lot of people over here from Decatur, Cross Keys, and all that kind of stuff like that.
McNair.
In the building. This is Love Ultra Radio, the modern R&B mix show. We broadcast every week. We syndicate it. Salute to everybody who's overseas. Vibes FM 106.1 in the Gambia. Now they're like, oh, we seen the picture. It's a professional picture. It's like, Sky High, you know a little something about photography and being the focus, right?
Yeah.
Come on now, break it down now.
Well, I'm big on art.
Sure.
When I was little, I just knew I was going to be some type of artist who would change the world through some type of art. Didn't know if it was going to be dancing, singing, acting, or painting, or music. I didn't know. But I actually grew into this thing that encompasses all those things.
So it wasn't just, oh, I like painting, but I don't know nothing about music, or I know how to keep the beat, but artistic really means
expression. Like, I just feel like I'm just a conceptual engineer, and I'm able to use different things to make, get my point across.
I like that. And nowadays we're in Atlanta, Georgia, where a lot of people, no diss to nobody, no shot. So a lot of people say that they are artists, artistes. Some of them entertain, but then some of them it's not really entertainment. Or let me say that you might be a songwriter, but then you cannot perform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're great at performing, you cannot sing, without the studio assistance. So where in between that do you feel the most comfortable? You are an entertainer, a performer?
Yes, and yes. As for us coming up on what people are calling old school now, I mean, we grew up through the birth of hip hop, punk rock, new wave, all these things had to do with performance, and it had nothing to do with studio magic. All studio magic had to do with that's pop. But when it came to like raw performance, there's some people who were in the streets who were actually coming up on a scene.
Right.
So I came up on a scene. And you had to be better. Like, being better than someone was to actually perform better, have better lyrics.
True.
And it was, crafted.
There you go. You gotta get jiggy with it. But literally, like you said, there had to be a litmus test. Yeah. Someone else, and you're not just in your crew. So salute Dirty Boys. But besides the crew, like you said, you had just the attention. Okay, he's tall and he can rap, and now the clothes, and now there's a different vocal style. What is this Sky High? It's not just rapping, and it's not just singing.
No.
So when no one else sees Sky High, they go to SoundCloud, they go to Reverb Nation, they go all online. What is the first thing that they're supposed to see? Sky High is a
entertainer.
There we go. I like that.
Entertainer. My first loves when it came to music, I wasn't able to listen to black R&B growing up because I grew up in a very Christian household. So, but I could listen to new wave, and I could listen to Michael Jackson and gospel. So I didn't even get into hip hop until I was early teens.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, I like this. So.
And hip hop officially said like was it raw enough for you? Was it just?
Well, my first favorites were Public Enemy and De La Soul.
Ooh, I like that.
So it's like the energy of Public Enemy is like when I saw the Fight the Power video with the march.
Right.
I've always been fans. Like my fans were never sports
Enthusiasts,
heroes. They
right,
were always like characters like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Because preachers. I grew up around preachers and
Salute.
shaman and just all that. So you had to actually be saying something to get my attention. So Chuck D came in. To me, he sounded like a rapping Martin Luther King.
That's good. Hey, salute Chuck D. Still got some music today.
For real. And then De La Soul was talking about, me, myself, and I. Like, this song is completely talking about just being yourself.
Right.
And then later on, like Arrested Development, I felt like the whole, like they talk about my heritage and my loud, bright colors that I wear. I was like, this is, like, what? Like, do you know me?
And we're saying before it became fashionable or before some of the elements of our industry became marketable.
Yeah.
And they started selling the image of the hip hop.
Right.
So you always, you weren't questioning how original you were. You was just saying that there might not have been a lane yet. There wasn't a club that opened the door to you yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
There wasn't an open mic or nothing?
No. Coming up, I know I had a particular sound, but I was in the middle, like in this place where nobody was. So there were like the hardcore rappers who considered what I did not hip hop because I had guitars and all this rock element and new wave element in my stuff. And then you had the people who actually played in bands who were like, well, he's not really rock because there's no band behind him. That's a CD, a song he made. And I'm up here, love and hate from both sides.
Right.
And it wasn't normal for some performer to go out there half singing, half rapping over some electronic beat in 2004. That did not make sense to anybody.
And to give credit that you probably produced yourself.
I produced myself.
So
Yes.
that kind of hurt some other people's feelings when they weren't as talented or
And the
couldn't
girls
envision
like,
that.
really like the girls like really the bottom line is that the girls loved it and they danced and they screamed.
For sure.
And it's like, yeah, you might spit some bars, but girls ain't gonna twist to that. But like I come from hip hop.
Bars, yeah. Come on.
So like I'm spitting bars, I'm just crawling on the stage while spitting them bars.
No doubt.
I might roll around
and perform it.
I might have gold face paint, spitting some bars, but it's like I always feel like I always took from early hip hop where you had Grandmaster Flash and you had Africa Bambaataa.
Of course.
It's like
Style
folks talking
and
about my outfits like they were crazy. I'm like, this is the first hip hop outfit. What are you talking about?
Nice.
Talking about my skinny jeans. This is
the whole 80s.
This is everything that hip hop started on. I have a spike bracelet. This is all hip hop.
Word.
So when everybody was dogging it out, saying like, okay, I don't know what's up with these cats today. Like, but some of them be pushing it. I don't ever drop my draws. Like my pants are never that low.
For sure.
But on the real, like I push the look. Fashion is a part of the expression. Always with hip hop.
No doubt. We love it. His name is Sky High, and officially SKY. Space. Please give pause for brother, and then go high. HY. Okay, you gotta be fly with it.
I just felt the letter I is such a weak looking letter.
I feel like it's just been like hanging on sometimes. Like,
it's decapitated.
Why not use Y?
Y just looks like victory. The arms are reaching up to the
Love
Yahweh, Yeshua.
Exactly.
Those are powerful words.
So let's talk about some of the advances in music. So we know we went from the vinyl days, and there's always appreciation sometimes for producers and now artists who are now in the digital age.
Right.
And even with the digital age, we talk about social media.
Yeah.
So sometimes we ask some of our artists here and some of our guests, does it contribute to your creative process when you're talking to your fans? Or do you like the seclusion, like, yo, it's just me and my music when I'm creating a song? Or are you like directly influenced by, yo, today on Twitter?
You have to be a few different people. You have to wear a few different hats if you're going to be successful. Because when it comes to a lot of hip hoppers, they are purists and they will not consider certain things music. Like, that's not music. Well, they're making money. And then you have these other people who just make crap and think that hip hop people are just old school and they need to just get over it, that we run this. And it's like, you have to find some kind of way to be creative but still digestible. You know, especially like when it even comes to like conscious music, a lot of times only conscious people know what you're talking about. So I mean, it's like, I'm not saying dumb it down, but put it in reach of certain people to be like, okay, draw people in, give them more. You know, and then the flip side for people who are just on some ignorant stuff, you know, is like, you know, progress.
Vocabulary is there to be used by a lot more artists. And like you said, sometimes, hey, it's just a party record. Okay, well, you made a party record, such as a single, then you made a party album, then you're just only making party elements. Please diversify. Okay.
I mean, because the radio isn't going to, like, it seemed like it used to be a balance to where you would have a Rakim and then later just Fat Boys, but then like we like both, you know.
True.
But then now it's like everybody is just like everybody is drug
influenced
the music completely, not in a Miles Davis Coltrane kind of way. But just like, I'm just gonna say this.
As long as you can say it, I can hear you, and that's straight.
I can't.
I'm making money going to the bank. Same way, we're doing our trolling, because, you know what I'm saying, they say we got Sky High. I sent out the Bat Cave signal, and then, you know, people came back and it's like, nah, but I see Sky High talking about who influences him online. And there's some messages that you might want to convey.
Absolutely.
Because when somebody says, yo, I'm influenced by Lil Wayne, there's nothing wrong with that. They just might have a shorter, you know, span of what music and what talented people are out there to be influenced by. So musicians, you said Fat Boys, and you said, you know, back Kool Herc days. Who had the most effect on you musically so far? Come on now. Name.
I put up two different lists. Like,
go for it. This is part one of the interview with Sky High. So please forgive me.
Okay. When it comes to influencing me wanting to even be an artist who performs on stage, it would be my dad.
That's good.
My dad was always singing at church. He was leading the songs, and the first performer I ever saw. And very quiet man at home. He gets on stage, and everybody's turned up. So that was the only. That was like the first artist that I ever saw, and then Michael Jackson and Prince and all that. But and not to even like cop out on the whole thing. I can't go back to the whole Chuck D, De La Soul, and then totally go into Arrested Development of Speech. And those people, and then Busta Rhymes is the one. Like, okay, I was watching Arsenio Hall, and they did Scenario, which I loved, and I'm like, okay, I couldn't wait to see Trial Called Quest do Scenario. At the end, he as I combine them, and then he's flipping his hat inside, and then he started doing East Coast. I'm like, oh, I am going to be a rapper.
Exactly.
I'm going to be a rapper, and it's different little things. But then, like down south, you know, it's like I wasn't really influenced by the people who came from here
at that time.
At the time, in the '90s, but I was influenced by Kilo.
No doubt.
Kilo before, you know, it's like that's why I love some dance music. We grew up on Booty Shake.
Word up.
You know. So Booty's been shaking for eons, and they need to continue.
There you go. He's doing his best to contribute to the music of the city. Now, are you going to claim Atlanta?
I'm going to claim Atlanta.
Okay.
But even more so, I'm going to claim Decatur.
He's from the deck. Okay.
Yeah, like, Atlanta is cool. You know, and I'm not, you know, it's awesome. I'm from Decatur.
That's what it is.
It's a different mentality, and I'm pushing that.
That's what it is. We got a couple more minutes with him. We're going to let this song play out for a minute. We're going to see what else is going on, because it might get breezy at night. tonight. Just to make sure everybody's ready. Listen to some music from Sky High. Like I said, this one is called Coconut. He's live in the studio, y'all. No, we ain't get to the tough questions yet, no. We asked about what's going on downtown, what's going on popping on Pounce.
Yeah.
There's a lot of events that's going on. There you go.
All day waiting.
From the ATL.
No, he said he representing Decatur.
Sky high,
He's taking it to the streets now. Let's go.
sky high. Don't nobody do it like I do it.
Well, let me find out who do it like you do. Like you said, you have some stage appearance that we may not be used to, and I'm going to say some of us are not used to. I seen you perform before.
Okay.
Now come on now, I seen you out there.
All right.
That's not a problem. Sometimes some young people have to go to Juilliard and they have to go through vocal training and things like that. To a younger generation listening to Love Ultra Radio, is that still the right path that everyone's supposed to take?
Whenever it comes to connecting to humanity, you have to do whatever in front of people. So yeah, you can go to school for anything and learn how to do anything, but unless you put it right in front of people, it's not gonna mean nothing. Mm-hmm. So you can go to Juilliard and do great, but you gotta understand the psychology of humanity. And you got to be a part of them. You can't do it from the outside looking in.
It's not as cut and dry as, okay, I signed a record deal yesterday, so I'm going to go on tour, and I'm going to do these interviews, and I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to have a mindset to be a businessman and then an entertainer.
Let me come in on that real quick. Oh, God. You have too many people who go from the studio to the radio and never touch the stage. This is why we have so many sucky performers.
Talk about it.
From the studio to the stage. We never saw you. We're on the scene of Atlanta. We are real. It's like Level Up ATL, shameless plug.
Salute.
It's like a lot of real artists coming to perform every Tuesday at a department store. And we are seeing these people. You have a lot of people who just they in the studio smoking,
no doubt,
making a song, and then drug money takes it to the radio.
A higher level.
And it's like,
so
well, you
fast.
never performed.
Right.
So when you see on TV, you're standing still or
you hold it with one mic, you can't switch it to the other hand.
Like you don't even know how to perform because you didn't even perform what we're hearing because that's even studio magic. And everybody got auto-tune and the same I'm like,
it took you 3 hours just to do that one take though.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Right.
Even that wasn't hard. And this
at
is
least step on stage.
This is definitely interview number 1 with Sky High. Like you said, we got a lot of things to cover. We want to give you a lot more time to go over Level Up. But just like you said, real quickly, is it about the official pay and dues? This is not the bitter artist just saying, hey, just because you made it. This is just honesty. You really should have had some media training.
Yeah.
Then you should have literally gone to an open mic so you can hear how bad you sound with a mic and no reverb.
Yeah, because we're kind of forced to actually listen to you if you're part
Repeatedly.
of programming. You're part of programming.
Servicing, yes.
Yeah, we're forced to listen to you.
But don't go too far that there are some real artists out there.
Absolutely.
Real, me and a band, me and a drummer, that's it, that's all I need.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
good.
mean, there's a lot of real artists who are actually on the radio. It's just some people go from the studio to the radio.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Tell us about Level Up. Tuesday nights. Go hold on now. We were talking to the performer. We talking to the promoter now. Go on and put the promoter hat on. Huh? Take that one off. Explain Atlanta music scene has changed, and now was there a lack of venues and opportunities for people to perform? What's Level Up?
No, there's no lack. There's a lot of different open mics around. There's let's see, Express Yourself Tuesdays at Apache and other spots. I was really just chilling on Tuesdays, chilling at a department store, and at some point they needed somebody to do an open mic, and I do that. But my connection, I grew up on the open mic scene, and I knew what I hated, I knew what I liked, and I I will totally be everything I like. And this show will be everything I like.
Fill that slot, no problem.
Yeah.
So, and once again, there's certain people who don't want to be in the forefront, be like, nah, I got a good business plan, I know a flyer guy, but to actually be the face and the host,
And
basically.
the guy who made the flyer.
Yeah, all right, hey, it's a dope flyer, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
And then why you call it Level Up? We taking it to another level? What's Level Up about?
Level up. Well, there's a undertone. I'm always trying to progress upward. My name is Sky High. Level up, you have to go up some steps to even go to it. I'm actually, it's all about progression. So it isn't your average performance. I wanted the ratchet people and the conscious people to come together, and I feel like out of that will come some of the most digestible art. Conscious, or however it goes, like these people are going to start to influence each other.
No
at some
doubt,
point.
no doubt.
And it's like I like the stuff that some of these ratchet artists are doing, and I like some stuff that these conscious artists are doing. And that's why I think I kind of make myself the crux at this show. It's like, okay, I will do both. I will perform this song this way and this song this way.
Switch it up.
Yeah, like mash it up.
Mash it up, man.
Mash it up.
His name is Sky. This is interview number 1. We are not going to keep you much longer. But salute to Ilex Project and the Sunsplash Media team for even getting you in here. Because, you know what I'm saying, we had to pull strings. We had to call management. You know what I'm saying? We had to make sure everything was coast clear, Obama and all that. It's all good. At this stage, like I said, give them the social media. How do they get in touch with Sky High?
You can find me on Instagram, which is SKY_HY. And you can find me pretty much everywhere else, SKYHY. One on Facebook also, but SKYHY, Google me. I exist.
There you go.
Find me.
You ain't scared of nobody. The name of the song in the background is called Breezy. We about to lift off with that. We're about to go to the next level. And right before we get out of here, we always ask you, the name of the show is called Love Ultra. A lot of people love. You love family. You love music. But what do you love ultra?
Freedom.
I ain't got to say nothing. His name is Breezy. His name of the song is Breezy. His name is Sky High. No, come on now. He had a whole dictionary. He picked freedom. There's a lot of people that don't pick that. That's dope. Salute Sky High. We're going to play your song right now. Everyone listening overseas, top of the hour.